So, Jamie, you have a game idea for me? I certainly do. It's called Scythe. Scythe. Sounds like a medieval farming sim to me. We don't do medieval farming sims. Agricola's cornered that market. No, it's not medieval. It's got mechs. Mechs? Giant mechanical machines? Oh, tractors. So it's a modern farming sim. No, still not interested. It's not a farming sim. These mechs are giant war machines that fought the Great War. Oh, tanks disguised as tractors. Like Adolf Hitler and the Nazis, right? Well, why didn't you say that in the first place? We can sell Nazis. Everyone likes Nazis. It's not the Nazis. It's set in an alternate history timeline where giant mechs fought the Great War and destroyed the world. Cool. So what do these mechs do? Well, the most useful thing they do is help you cross rivers. Cross rivers. Yeah, no one can cross rivers until they've got a mech. Unless they're heroes, of course. Because they lost the ability to build boats and bridges during the Great War? Yeah, something like that. So now they can only cross rivers if they build giant, complicated steam-powered fighting machines. That makes absolutely no sense. Trust me, no one will notice. Okay, moving on. You mentioned heroes. Yes, each player plays a hero who's roaming through this world with the help of their animal familiar. So it's a post-apocalyptic role-playing game. Cool. What do these familiars do? They don't really do anything. They don't do anything. They just look cool. Oh, do they have minis? We can sell minis. They can have minis. So what do they do in this post-apocalyptic RPG? It's not an RPG. They just roam around having encounters. Isn't that what you do in an RPG? Yes, but so how do these encounters work? Do they have cool fights with mutant monsters? We can sell mutant monsters. They don't fight mutant monsters. They just pose in pretty pictures with the locals. That doesn't sound very interesting. The pictures are very pretty. They'd have to be. Tell me how it works. The player's presented with a pretty picture in 3 choices. One is help the locals for a bit of popularity. One is a fair exchange, which is no robbery. And the other is behave like a dick and get lots of stuff. And what do most players do? Behave like a dick. Cool. What does this stuff do? It lets you take actions on the action board. It's the engine of the game. Each player gets an action board which they match with their character's hero board to create an asymmetrical starting faction. Asymmetric starting powers are hot right now. We can sell asymmetric starting powers. I know. They're a pain to balance, though. Are these powers balanced? Well, pairing the Rustviet with the industry board basically breaks the game. Isn't that a problem? Not if you house rule it. That's a bit of a cop-out. Isn't that what house rules are for? You have a point. So how do these boards work? Well, there are 4 actions on the board, and each action space has a top action and a bottom action. No, it's not that kind of board game. Oh, shame. We could sell tons of that kind of mini. So what do these actions do? The top action lets you do stuff like move, harvest, trade, and hire workers. So it is a farming sim. It's an engine building sim. Pretending to be a war game. Ooh. The bottom actions let you build, construct mechs, upgrade your board, and enlist. Now that sounds more like it. Let me tell you about the upgrade action. Upgrade's really cool. See, what you do is you take a cube from the top of the board here and you move it anywhere to the bottom of the board. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. And it's brilliant, because with one simple move, you free up an action at the top, making your top action more powerful, and you block up a resource cost at the bottom, making your bottom action less costly. It's so elegant. Don't say that word. That's the word you must not say. Oops, sorry. So how do you win this game? You earn stars for completing stuff, constructing 4 mechs, building 4 buildings, recruiting 6 workers. So it's a set collecting game. No, because you also earn stars for winning battles, achieving objectives, having the most strength, conquering the most territory, or being the most popular. You also get a kind of bonus for holding the factory. The factory. In the center of the board, there's a factory. And people don't have factories in this post apocalyptic alternate farming sim, just like they don't have bridges. This is a special factory where the battle mechs were invented. So it gives you more powerful battle mechs. No, it lets you choose an extra action. An extra action. And it's worth 3 territories. And the player with the most territories wins? Not exactly. Like I said, you earn stars for undoing stuff. And the first person to 6 stars wins. Not quite. You add up your points and then you multiply them by your popularity level. The more popular you are, the higher your points will be. So behaving like a dick in those encounters at the beginning of the game can actually reduce your chance of winning, but gives you more of the stuff you need to win. So it's a kind of balancing mechanic. Quite elegant, pretty smart, really. I see. So let me get this straight. This is a non-RPG, non-farming sim set in a post-apocalyptic world where people have lost the ability to cross rivers and forgotten how to build factories. You play a hero wandering through this world with a cool-looking animal familiar that doesn't actually do anything. It has minis, but it also has meeples, and it's really a resource management engine building game masquerading as a war game. I've got to say, this sounds very confusing. It's going to be really hard to sell on Kickstarter. Sod it, I'll do it myself. Thanks for watching. If you want more like this, you know what to do. And check out our game Pandora Celeste on the links below. Thanks. Bye-bye.